I don't scare easily, but I will admit something about this story, it just gives me the creeps. I've been trying to find out a little bit more information that happened on this Carnival Valor. They're calling this an incident, and they're saying that it happened February 16th, 2022, around 2:28 p.m. Now, it looks like the woman that's being detained by cruise ship security, they're holding her hands behind her back. She very clearly and loudly screams the name Alicia.
Alicia!
Very quick, well done. All right, this one. Name 3 prime time or late.
Get it real. Who was it? I think it was the lady. Yeah. Oh my God.
So I believe that footage there was actually taken by a vacationer on the cruise ship. So then the 31-year-old woman, she is now going up the stairs, the pool deck stairs with the security. Then there's no more camera footage. Then you see additional camera footage again, and you see guards throwing down life preservers to the water. Apparently, this woman has jumped off this boat and into the water. Apparently. There's only 2 ways she could have ended up in this water. Either she jumped off the deck into the water or she was thrown. Only 2 ways. I have no idea which way it was, but there are cameras. Besides everyone's cell phone, there are cameras, and these cameras will most definitely show exactly what happened to this woman. Now, are they going to show this footage? I have no idea. Eyewitnesses do say that she had hit the side of the ship first, either with her body or her face, but somehow she did hit the side of the ship, and then she hit the water secondly, face first. And the empty preservers, they just stayed in the water. The ship had stayed docked 150 miles away from New Orleans. Around 5:37, after the Coast Guard arrived, they did suspend the search because once she went into the water, she never emerged.
Coast Guard crews are in the Gulf of Mexico searching for a 32-year-old woman who reportedly went overboard on a New Orleans-bound cruise ship. Caitlin Russ spoke with other passengers and has more on what happened.
They come over the loudspeaker and said, "Man overboard, starboard side."
Everybody ran to the side of the boat.
Absolute shock and horror aboard the Carnival Valor.
I've been on many a cruise, never dreamed I would hear a man overboard in my life.
As you look over the side rails, you think like, will somebody fall? But you don't actually think that like somebody's going to jump into the.
Fellow passengers say a woman was causing a disturbance on the 10th deck of the 11-deck ship and was detained by security.
Apparently she was handcuffed. She jumped over the side of the ship.
When she jumped off, supposedly she hit her head inside the boat, and then she hit the water face first.
These accounts have not been confirmed by Carnival or the Coast Guard, which says the call came in around 2:30, but one passenger says she heard man overboard and tried to jump in after the woman.
She kind of was walking around like a seal, like she couldn't get over onto her back and was trying to grab onto it. And I took my shoes off, took my safety side off, was about ready to jump. I don't know if you can show them, but right here, I was standing right here on this. Was about ready to jump.
That woman says she was stopped by crew members. They threw this flare in to mark her location, but everyone we spoke to said she had gone under and hasn't been spotted since, 150 miles off the coast.
They said that they're going to keep circling until the Coast Guard gets here, which the Coast Guard is coming out of Miami right now. They dropped this little globe thing to try to sense any activity within 5 miles each direction. But they have a cargo ship out here that's also stopped to assist in search to see if they can find her.
Everybody's just really thinking about this lady and her family right now is what they're doing. No matter what the situation is. Doesn't matter that she was handcuffed, maybe out of control or anything else. She's still an American. And it's very somber out here right now.
Man overboard called out on the Carnival Valor out in the Gulf of Mexico. I understand a lady went overboard. That's the smoke signal that they threw into the water, smoke flare, whatever they call those things. Out back to it. Side of the boat is loaded up with passengers trying to look for something in the water. If I can zoom in on this, there we go.
The search, because once she went into the water, she never emerged. You had almost a great many of the vacationers there watching to see if they saw anything. She never came back up. Now, all this escalated from a hot tub incident on the 10th deck between a woman and a man. Now, this young woman who lost her life, she was married. I don't know her husband's name. I don't know her name, but she was married. Was her husband on the boat? Was she having a disagreement with her husband? Or was it a whole other man? I have no idea. So many questions, and it's terrible. Was she handcuffed? Was she not? Did she throw herself over? Did she not? Who's Alicia? Where's Alicia? Has Alicia even said anything? Terrible, terrible. And I watched a lot of different little clips, and, one woman said, okay, well, we're going to just go back and we're going to have our dinner and we're going to pray for the family. I'm so glad I wasn't on that cruise ship, because I would really be wanting to get off of there. Honestly, I would. But my condolence to the family that lost this woman over whatever circumstances that it was. And I did want to go on a cruise ship, but again, because I hadn't went since I was a little girl with my family, but I want to go now being an adult. I really wanted to go. And the only thing that had stopped me was seriously COVID. But more and more, as I see these stories, I think I'm not going to go, because I couldn't go back and have my dinner. I'd be like, I'm ready to really get off this mother.